Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Jitterbug Professional Development's first ever pop-up discussion. Today we're talking about frame of reference. So I would like to thank you all for joining us live on YouTube. We will be able to share with you our thoughts and opinions on the topic frame of reference. You will see our email, website. You can connect with us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So if you have not done so already, please definitely check with us. Follow us, check out our videos. We post tons of resources and lesson plans and activities. So you definitely don't want to be missing out. But make sure your notifications are on and you are ready to be alerted. My name is Adrienne Donaldson. I'm the proud owner of Jitterbug Professional Development and Jitterbug Learning Center, LLC, a family childcare home in Miami, Florida. I am your go-to girl for everything childcare related. I am a Wonder Woman of the classroom. I am the superwoman of everything that you need for your educational needs. Thank you for joining. This is our first ever pop-up discussion. We will be presenting one each month. So feel free to share your thoughts and opinions on the topic. Make sure you leave some comments, like, share, subscribe. Let's get it out there. This will serve as a safe zone for open dialogue with educators, business owners, professionals, parents, and anyone else that wishes to join the monthly discussion. So you already know we're streaming on YouTube, so make sure you go watch that video on YouTube. We also did it live for Instagram and Facebook earlier, so we want to make sure our YouTube customers got a view too. So August pop-up discussion is frame of reference. So what is frame of reference? This was our question of the week. We posted this on our Instagram and Facebook page on Monday, and we want to share some of the responses with you. So these are some of the responses that we received from our Instagram page. Some people told us just straight out, really not sure, don't know, can't wait to learn from you. Miss Joy Polly said, I think frame of reference has to do with our limited knowledge of an idea. We can't see beyond our experiences or what we've been taught. Dead on, Miss Joy. Thank you for sharing. Ladybug Media Management told us it's what we're focused on. Our focus is definitely motivated and influenced by different factors. And we're going to look into some of those factors as well. Entrepreneur said, frame of reference is thinking of things from our personal experiences and internal biases. I mean, all of these answers are dead on and definitely help drive my point and presentation home today for you all. So first, let's think about how you look at the world. Think about your personal views, visions, and opinions. Things that you personally feel that no one else has touched or you feel hasn't influenced. What blocks your views? What prevents you from thinking differently? Could it be your learning style? Does your learning style and the way that you need to learn affect or change your view of the world? Does the fact that you need to listen to things to learn or touch kinesthetically or be a visual learner, does that change your view? What about your past experiences? Have they influenced your present or your future views? Does your culture affect your vision? And does your educational background or professional status impact your opinions? You know, they say the more you learn, the more you grow. So the more you learn, does your frame of reference grow? Does it impact your opinions and the way you think about things? We're going to dive in a little deeper to answer some of these questions. So think of it as a picture in a picture frame. We all look at the world through our unique and individualized frame of reference. So think of it as a picture in a picture frame. The frame represents the boundaries, the barriers, the blockades, and the picture inside of that frame represents our understanding, our views, our opinions, our thoughts. So once you get your mind wrapped around that, you can then kind of understand that the frame of reference is what's impacting our views and thoughts. The frame, the barriers, represents our inability to break out of that frame, that way of thinking per se. Frame of reference can be looked at it from this beautiful illustration from Week by Week Plans for Documenting Children's Development. It is a textbook used in one of my bachelor's level courses. So I'm very interested in the progression of my thinking and professional well-being. So I really wanted to get an understanding of all of that stuff when I started to put this training together. So frame of reference, you can think of the frame that I was talking about as that little barriers that's going to stop us from thinking outside of a box. So let me just give you an idea of it. Our own learning styles, the way we learn. Are we kinesthetic? Are we hands-on? Are we auditory? Those things impact and blockade our personal opinions and thoughts. Past experiences with children. Anything that I do always relates to children. So you can replace that word with anything. Past experiences with politics, past experiences with technology, past experience with friends. Those past experiences have a big impact on how we view and see things that we go through now. Our past experiences have really impacted the way we see love, the way we embrace relationships, the way we embrace a new job, going back to school. Past experiences impact everything. If you get in a car accident, and it's a really bad car accident, it might impact your ability or your interest in driving again. Our culture has a big impact on how we see and view things. Most people say, oh, I was raised da 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 da. That upbringing, that raising has impacted their view and their thoughts and the way they formulate their opinions. And education and training. Now, we all heard the saying, the more you know, the more you grow. So that's the same thing here. Our education and training has an impact on how we view life and view things around us. It is one of those frames in our frame of reference. The little smudges in this illustration represents our biases and our personal factors, which we're going to dive in a little bit deeper into as well. So the biases that affect our views. A bias is when we have a subjective view on something. When you observe children or you're doing an evaluation for your job, you're objective. You take your opinions out of it. Biases are the complete opposite. They're subjective. They're what you think and what you feel and what you view. So sometimes we might have a bias towards a particular gender. We might like boys better than girls. We might working with men better than we do working with women. Those biases affect the way we view and have opinions on certain topics. Physical appearances. Do we like long hair versus short hair? Do we like blonde hair versus red hair? Ethnicity. Do we only like Americans or Black Americans or only Europeans? Social and economical status. And do I think because I make 6 figures a year that I'm better than the next person? Do I think because I am a socialite and I have $1 million friends and I drink wine out of a beautiful glass that I'm better than the next person? Personality clashes. The way we feel towards other people or we think about them impacts our views on the world. And prior contact. Again, Replace with family with anything else. Prior contact with sodas. Prior contact with hats. Prior contact with technology. All impacts our views on what we see today. Gossip, slander, hearsay, all has an impact and can affect our biases and how we view others and see them as people are special. It has a big impact in what we hear. That outside talk, that we call it, impacts our internal thinking. So we want to be mindful of the things that we talk about and bring around us and the biases that we have. We want to be mindful of them so that we can better correct them and be aware of them. Personal factors that affect our view. Our health has a big impact on how we view different things. For example, older people have a different view on Medicaid and healthcare than a younger person does because they rely on Medicaid. A younger person probably doesn't need insurance or are under their parents' insurance, so they don't really worry about it. Our health plays a significant role in how we view life and things around us. The stress, our stress levels, are the things that frustrate us and we find troublesome, has a big impact on our views of life and the world around us. We want to be mindful of our stress levels and how we de-stress. There's nothing wrong with having a therapist. I have a therapist. Talking to someone can be very helpful, and with you letting out your stress, de-stressing, and broadening your views and opinions. Outside pressure is probably one of the biggest ones. Outside pressures have an ability to change the way we think, feel, and view things. Outside pressure affects everyone of every age group, of any social class or economical status. High school students. Outside pressure influences their decision on what college they want to go to. We have recruiters, we have parents, we have alumni, we have advisors and counselors, teachers, mentors. All of these things are in our high schoolers' ears, and it is motivating and changing what they think, or what they feel, or what school they want to go to. That is outside pressure. Even when you're choosing what you want to be when you grow up, you research it, you look it up. How much money does this person make? How much does this profession make? What is the benefits of this profession? What's the benefits of this profession? All of that is outside pressure that is motivating, changing, or transforming your decisions, your thoughts, and your views. So we want to be mindful of all of these little things so that when it comes to our biases, we're mindful of what we prefer versus what's right. Just because I prefer to work with all women doesn't mean it's right. I should be able to work with men. I should be able to work with anybody. My biases will prevent me from growing and being a better me, becoming more professional, becoming more sound in my decisions, more confident, higher self-esteem. I'm going to always feel threatened by the next person, although there's no true threat. I'm going to be constantly on edge and boxing my thinking in with my biases. Personal factors can help motivate, change, or influence my views, either positive or negative. All of these things are biases, and our personal factors have either a small or big impact on our views. And it can definitely change our opinions and views and thoughts, either negatively or positively. Think of your frame of reference as being all of these things that change and motivates and transforms your perceptions. Your convictions and values, your raising, your upbringing has an impact on your perceptions. How I'm raised, how I think about myself, how I view myself, my confidence, my view on how I treat my elders and people older than me, the respect level that is given to certain professions, all are influenced by my values and my convictions, which influence my perception. My interest. I love working with children. I love teaching. I love helping teachers and adults and just being a trainer in general. So I noticed that all of my close friends, all of my close mentors, everyone that influenced me, coaches me, helps me, are all teachers. They're all educators in some impact, some capacity, some form. They're all educators. They either work with children in preschools, elementary schools, they teach in colleges, or they're professional coaches themselves, which means they are teachers. They're teaching me how to be a better me. My interest has changed my perception on who I should hang out with. My interest of children and learning and teaching has changed my perception that I should too hang out with teachers and educators. Factual knowledge. The fact that I'm constantly going to school, I'm currently earning my bachelor's degree, going straight for my master's, January of 2021, has also changed the way I perceive things. Things that bothered me before don't bother me anymore because I am more knowledgeable on the topic or the issue at hand. Whereas as I get older, things that I thought would never bother me are now bothering me. They're affecting me because the knowledge that I'm gaining from the trainings that I join, the trainings that I put on, and the education that I take in from my bachelor's and different certification classes are affecting my perception. My emotional experiences. Your emotions have a big impact on how you see and view things. If something hurts you, it changes your perception of it. If I constantly come to you and you're constantly talking about other people or repeating things that they said to you, it changes my perception of you because you have changed my emotional state. All of these things are influences on our perception. The way we're raised, the things that we like, the knowledge that we're bringing in and learning, and our emotional experiences, past and present, affects our perception. So if you're interested in learning more about frame of reference, and you want to learn more about the different resources and things that I shared today, definitely pick up your copy of Week by Week, Plans for Documenting Children's Development. It is a book that I'm using for my bachelor's class. And the figure 4-5, which is this one, is found on page 89. So if you are interested and you would like to join us for our next pop-up set discussion, definitely comment below, subscribe, like, and share. We would love to get this knowledge out to as many people as possible. We want you to grow your frame of reference. We want you to be more knowledgeable of the impacts and changes and influences that life and things around us has on our perceptions, our thoughts, and our opinions. The more we know, the more we grow. The better off we are in helping each other in this cruel world. Our youth depend on us to be the examples that they need. So allow us to help you broaden your frame of reference and grow from the things that you know and love. We're your one-stop shop for all your childcare needs, and we take great pride in what we do. So if you have any questions, please be sure to comment below, and we will definitely comment and answer you back. We enjoy putting on these videos, so put your notifications on so you can be notified of our next video. We want to thank you greatly for joining us. And we would like to invite you to our next event, which is free, this Friday at 1 p.m. We'll be talking about GWIS Education, which is an awesome curriculum that supports parents and teachers for young children and school-age children. Please join us. Our Let's Check In is free. You can join us and we will have free resources. That is the link to register, http://wix.to/O0DYBTO. Are you tired of doing lesson plans? Do you need training hours? Are you looking for a support system, opportunities to grow, and discounts on on professional development? You should join our Early Educators VIP Club. It is the one club that will help you reach all of your goals, aspirations, and dreams. We are here to support and dedicate ourselves to the educators of our community. We meet the second Saturday of every month at 10 a.m., either in person or on Zoom. Join an elite group of educators that wants to see you successful. I want to thank you all for watching our video, and we hope that you join us again in the future. Be sure to like us, subscribe, and join us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We take great pride in everything that we do. Thank you all for joining us.